Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I say call hello, Yahaba Shimi Al Shai, Bahava Call Kadash, Yahaba Shimi Al Shai, Bashima Call Kadash, Barakathum, double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Also, blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This is going to be a real short lesson, and really it's just to pose a question. All right, and as pertaining to those who are within this truth. Do you care? Okay, because there's a statement that Apostle Tahar made a long time ago, and he said most niggas just like to show up, man. They just know how to show up, all right, and they think that's considered caring, okay, and that's the question I would like to pose to brothers and to really ask yourself within this truth: do you care? Okay, and going to the etymology of the word care as a noun, it says sorrow, anxiety, grief, also burdens of mind, serious mental attention, also concern, anxiety caused by apprehension of evil or the weight of many burdens. Okay, grief, care, wail, lament, sorrow, trouble. Okay, because within this truth, it's easy to just show up. Wait on somebody to tell you what to do, and you get up and do it. All right? Now, this is a harsh word. Do you care? You know what I'm saying? Nobody within this gospel wants to say, well, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you match your words up with your actions, they should follow. You should have a serious amount of mental attention to the gospel. Okay? And I'm going to bring out this precept. There's so many precepts that can be brought out, but I want to get this one, okay? So, in the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 2, it says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. All right? And that meditate is to think upon, okay, or to pray, but it's pretty much to think upon. There's so many scriptures to pretty much, if you love me, feed my sheep, magnifying your office, enduring hardness. But at the end of the day, wherever you are in this truth, do you care? Wherever office you are in, do you care? Are you putting forth a serious thought process? All right, because anybody, just like with the apostles on down, with the apostles of my elder to me, if I cared, they shouldn't have to always keep telling me what to do, because I'm already giving it a serious mental thought. Or if they tell me what to do, I don't just say con, walk off. I give it serious mental thought. All right? Do you care about your salvation? Do you care about the flock? Do you care about your job or your office within this truth? Do you care? You know what I'm saying? And that's an honest question I pose to brothers to ask themselves and reflect. Do you give serious mental attention? Now, I do want to read this. This is a quote I shared to brothers within my my flock or my ministry, my camp. I would say, for lack of better words. Try to find it real quick. It says, vision without action is just a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. And vision with action can change the world. Right? If you just sitting there and say, oh, I care, but you don't have action, then that's not the same thing. If you're just coming to camp and just going, but you really don't have a vision or what you can produce within this ministry, you're just showing up, you're just passing the time. But if you can collide both together, it's pretty much your faith and your works, you know what I'm saying? And you collide them both together, it's going to produce. All right, every day you should be meditating on how you could become better, how you could become more of an asset towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And when you achieve that goal, you move on to the next goal, and you achieve that next goal. We have to strive for what? Perfection. All right, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord left us an example. All right, and He is the pinnacle of doing this work, man. All right, and He has set such a high standard that us it's too much. You can go into history, you can go to Hebrew, you can go into languages, even within your office. You can magnify your office, man. Instead of just, if you're the cameraman, you just show up with the camera. You're supposed to be doing and advancing constantly. Every time you show up to camp, and every week, you have a whole week to sit there and diagnose what you've done good and what you've done bad, and how could you better yourself. All right, it shouldn't be as though, okay, I did a good job, pat on the back. You're supposed to, when you come to the Lord, you seek Him 10 times more. All right, and when you come to serve the Lord, you put forth all your strength. Even with what it says, I'm mixing the two up, where it says, even yet will He far exceed, man. So the standard of your energy is not, should never be acceptable. You should always say, I could have done more. You should never tell yourself you gave it 100%, because that's your cap at that point. All right, if you haven't met your standards, you didn't give it 100%. And if your standards don't meet the criteria and you felt you gave it 100%, you're not built for this. That's just simple and plain. All right, and if you feel you're built for this, that means your standards should be high. All right, very high. You shouldn't be looking at elders from the apostles on downward saying, well, that's the apostles. All right, they're setting the standard for us right now. All right, for how we should operate and how we should do, and we should strive to meet those standards and even excel those standards, instead of waiting on them to tell us what to do and to teach and to do all the dirty work, and we just sitting in with our hands in our pockets, man. All right, you got to get up off your ass and push to alleviate and be something of use within this ministry, instead of just being another number of a guy. And pretty much, if you were gone and you weren't a part of the camp, if the camp runs just fine without you, you should be concerned with that, man. All right, and if you, that's my standard. If I'm gone, it should be a void. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to have a void, because I always push for the brothers within my camp to be pretty much another me if I was gone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's all about me. What I'm saying is pretty much every brother should have something that they bring to the table. And if you do not bring anything to the table, you're pretty much identifying yourself as a bump on a log, man. If you were gone, you know what I'm saying? Any office, every office is important. If you're gone, is them signs hitting like they used to? Are the people looking at the signs how they used to? Holding posts, are you know what I'm saying? Do the brothers feel comfortable? Because it don't matter. You reading, or you projecting your voice? Are you reading? Are you working on these things to be of use and be of essential to the doctrine, essential to the will of the Most High, man, essential to being a prophet and preaching His doctrine, this gospel, directly, correctly, and that is full potential, man. All right, we're supposed to be productive and produce within this ministry, and constantly strive for perfection, constantly strive to be better every day. All right, I just wanted to again pose that question to brothers. Do you care, man? Do you meditate on your office every chance you get? You know what I'm saying? Not only your office, do you meditate on yourself? Do you meditate on the lessons that you do and how you can improve? Do you even rewatch your lessons, or you know what I'm saying, things of that nature? So I just want to share that with brothers. With that being said, I say call law to Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai, Bible Kadash, double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth sincerity. Shalom.